I gotta say, this is a first in a very long time. We actually have a win streak to talk about. What's going on, Habs fans? I bet you're pumped after this week. Welcome back to this week's episode of the Habs Fan Forum. My name is Ben Danke. I'm your host, and here at the Habs Fan Forum, this is where us fans get to have our voices heard. All right, let's talk about those Montreal Canadiens. I gotta say, this is a first in a very long time. We actually have a win streak to talk about. In today's games, I'm going to go over the 4 games over the past week. Guess what? The Habs went 4-0. Huge week. Next up, let's talk about that hot first line. They have been on fire in the last few games. It's crazy. Really fun to watch. And of course, got to talk about St. Louis a little bit. Coach St. Louis and his effect there. And finally, let's talk about trade chips. And I also want to clear up some thoughts on what I kind of, you always hear around the web on tanking and wanting to lose. For my fan question of the week, I want to know, how many goals do you think Cole Caulfield will finish the year? He had 1 in the first, 31, and then he's got 6 in the past 7, so clearly a goal streak, but can he keep it up? So, how many goals do you think he's going to pot? 15, 20? Let me know down below. All right, let's get into the week's games. They had a busy week with 4 games and, of course, 4 wins. First game, they had St. Louis in town, a strong Western team, and it kind of looked like it was going to be the same old story from that losing streak they were just coming off of. Yes, even though St. Louis came in, they were still on another losing streak, and they couldn't just get over that, and they were down. But miraculously, they not only came back, but won in overtime. In the final 10 seconds, it was such an exciting goal. Caulfield puts it in, of course, none other. And then OT, he streaks in and puts them away. It was just a really fun finish. Next up, they got the Islanders, and they play them in New York, which is always going to be a tough time. Grinding team. We know how the Islanders play and how Barry Trotz has that team going. Always a tough assignment. And the Habs take them all the way to a shootout, and of course, we know it. They keep that win streak going for the first time this year. They win 2 in a row, which was just like, oh my gosh, this actually happened. Crazy. And also, on top of that, it was just a good game, too. A big shout out to Andrew Hammond. First win since like 2017, maybe 2016. In years, he finally got his return to the NHL. And he hung on. He played a good game. So next up, they have the Toronto Maple Leafs coming back to Montreal. So you kind of think, all right, that was fun. 2-game win streak. They finally got that monkey off their back. Toronto's really good. Probably going to take the Habs down. So you're not, your expectations aren't high going into this game. And guess what? The Habs walk all over them, going up to a 5-0 lead. That first line was unstoppable. Josh Anderson showing his power horseplay. Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, that top line, mint, and they take them 5-2. Little quick scare in the third period there, but they held on. Finally, riding a 3-game hot streak, they got Buffalo coming to town. This game, you're like, Buffalo kind of beat them, embarrassed them the other week. What's going to happen here? Once again, full domination. This team has got its swagger back. What a fun week, and to end it off with just a convincing 4-0 win. Shout out to Monty for, I think, his first NHL shutout. That's awesome. What a strong game. And another strong game for the top line. Unfortunately, I had some injuries with Anderson going out and Byron going out. But for the most part, didn't stop the Habs at all from playing a great game. All right, before I continue, just a quick shout out to our sponsors. As a proud part of Rocket Sports Media and the Hockey Podcast Network, we are sponsored here by DraftKings. And right now, if you sign up for DraftKings Sportsbook and use the promo code THPN, you place a bet down of $1 and on a hockey game. And as long as one team scores, they give you at least $100 of free betting credits. That's great free cash prizes. Now, if there's no sportsbook in your state, that's okay. You can still use the promo code THPN for some awesome prizes. All right, let's talk about some notes from the week. I have some hot players to talk about. Suzuki, Caulfield, Anderson, and even Petrie. Finally, with the new coaching change, we see the energy, we see the points coming. They all have at least 4 points, with Caulfield leading the way with 8. They're all +3, +7, +5. I don't know all their specific numbers, but they are riding pluses, riding goals, and riding point streaks, playing more like we know they can play. And also, like, just a quick thing, super happy about the energy Coach St. Louis bringing into the game right now, letting these players play. That's what we wanted to do. Ignore Dom Ducharme's system, get that out, let them just play, focus on player development. Awesome. But like all the people saying, like, oh, where's everyone who was talking smack about the no experience for Coach St. Louis? Get out of here. Like, it's such a small sample size. It's those same people who are probably saying, give Dom Ducharme a 3-year contract extension. Now, that being said, I'm liking what I'm seeing. We need a real sample size before we can make serious decisions. I still think the interim makes sense for Coach St. Louis at the moment, but who knows on the stretch? Wait and see before you jump to conclusions. Next up, Kent Hughes, I want you to get busy ASAP. I know the trade deadline's still a few weeks away, but I don't want these trade chips of the Montreal Canadiens getting hurt. Like, we already saw Chirac go down for a little bit. Savard's already out. Byron just left the game. These are some of these players are just bound to get hurt right before the trade deadline and then kill that value. So please get moving. Last thing, I keep hearing some things about tanking and this win streak's bad for them. Listen, like, the last place team has I think a 16% chance, and the second last place team has a 12% chance. Yes, your chances are higher the lower you are in the standings, but not at the sacrifice of all the current players. These players want to play, they want to win, they want to have fun. So, they're destined to finish in the bottom 3 to 5, and I do hope they finish in last place. But some wins is a very welcome reprieve, because I forgot how fun it is to watch this team win. It's been a good ride the last week. Alright, that's it for this week's episode of the Habs Fan Forum. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, just like down below, share, tell your friends, subscribe to the channel for more awesome YouTube content from All Habs. Go to allhabs.net for amazing content, and follow All Habs for the best Montreal Canadiens coverage. Once again, thank you for watching, and finally, woo! Go Habs, go, baby!